We will start with the antifungal agents. So before we start with the antifungals, let us understand something about the etiology of fungi. Now, the diseases which are caused by fungi, they will mostly they will include the superficial infections of skin by dermatophytes. There are basically 70% of the infections, fungal infections, are caused by dermatophytes, and the various genus or genera of the dermatophytes are Microsporum, Trichophyton or Epidermophyton. ओके अँड म्हणजे जे काही इन्फेक्शन्स होतात ते एक तर मायक्रोस्पोरम, ट्रायकोफायटॉन आणि एपिडर्मोफायटॉन हे जीनसपासून जे ऑर्गॅनिझम्स आहे त्यांनीच होतात. दीज डर्मेटोफायटिक इन्फेक्शन्स आर नेम्ड फॉर द साइट ऑफ इन्फेक्शन. ते कुठे इन्फेक्ट करतात है, वो कहाँ पे इन्फेक्ट करते हैं, वो उसके हिसाब से उनको नाम दिया गया है. ओके वो इन्फेक्शन को नाम दिया गया है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल टीनिया कॉर्पोरस रिंगवॉर्म इन्फेक्शन कॉज्ड बाय मायक्रोस्पोरम कॅनिस ट्रायकोफायटॉन. आता सगळीकडे टी म्हणजे ट्रायकोफायटॉन, ई म्हणजे एपिडर्मोफायटॉन अँड एम म्हणजे मायक्रोस्पोरम. सो दीज आर द जीनस विच आर अवेलेबल. टीनिया पेडिस, पेडिस इंडिकेट्स फुट. जब एथलीट्स बहुत ज़्यादा देर तक शूज़ पहनते हैं तो दे यूजुअली हैव दैट म्हणजे मॉइश्चर किंवा स्वेटिंग इट हैपन्स inside the feet. So what will happen? It will trigger the fungal infection. So tinea pedis is athlete's foot. Jock itch. ओके जॉक इच मध्ये इचिंग होते. जॉकीज असतात ना, ते टाईट पॅन्ट्स घालतात. सो दे ट्रॅव्हल और दे मूव फास्ट ऑन द हॉर्सेस. So the infection which is caused to such people is called as, that infection name is called as tinea cruis, or it is called as common language मध्ये it is called as jock itch. टीनिया कैपिस, स्काल्प में जैसे डैंड्रफ होता है ना, सो दैट डैंड्रफ इज नथिंग बट इट इज टीनिया कैपिस. Then some infection which happens or which takes place in the hair, beard. Okay, दाढीमध्ये इन्फेक्शन झालं, that is called as टीनिया बार्बे. टीनिया unguinum means nails मध्ये जे इन्फेक्शन होतं, that is called this particular name. So the causative organism is belonging to either M, E or T genus. Then another category of infections, systemic infections caused by fungi. We saw the dermatophytic infections, which are very very common. Okay, especially in the third world countries, Asian countries like India especially. Then systemic infections are very rare. Systemic infections of fungi means the infections which are caused in the blood. Okay, the best example that can be quoted is you know, what we say is related to the candida. Okay, so systemic infections are caused by inhalation of spores and cause the fungal pneumonia. Okay, this pneumonia cannot be transmitted from human to human, ये अंदर ही रहता है. Okay, but these infections can occur in otherwise healthy individuals. Many of the organisms that cause the systemic fungal infections, they are depending on the geographical locations. Okay, because they will favorably, they will multiply, means they will proliferate only in the favorable climates, एस्पेशली इन द रेनी सीझन. रेनी सीझनमध्ये एस्पेशली कुठे कोकणपट्टी किंवा जिथे खूप केरळ, जिथे कंटिन्युअस पाऊस असतो, अशा ठिकाणी हे इन्फेक्शन्स जास्ती कॉमन असतात. सो द सिस्टमिक इन्फेक्शन नेम इज कॉकिडिओ डोमायकॉसिस. Causative organism is Coccidiosis immitis, Histoplasmosis, Blastomycosis. All these are the examples of infections, and the causative organism is also given. Okay, all of you must have heard the name black fungus. ओके, ब्लॅक फंगस हे सगळ्यांनी आपण नाव ऐकलेलं आहे. येलो फंगस सुद्धा निघालेलं आहे. सो ऑल दीज आर सिस्टमिक इन्फेक्शन्स. मेनी डेथ्स हॅव म्युकरमायकोसिस. ओके, मेनी डेथ्स हॅव टेकन प्लेस ड्यू टू म्युकरमायकोसिस. सो दीज आर सिस्टमिक फंगल इन्फेक्शन्स. देन ऑर्गॅनिझम्स दॅट कॉज ऑपॉर्च्युनिस्टिक इन्फेक्शन्स हे थर्ड कॅटेगरी आहे. थर्ड कॅटेगरी म्हणजे जे लोक इम्युनो कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड असतात, ज्या लोकांना डायबिटीज है, जिन लोगों को एड्स है या कैंसर है, या ऐसे लोग जो जेरियाटिक है, मतलब जिन ओल्ड पीपल है, और दोज हु आर इन्फेंट्स, वेरी वेरी लाइक बेबीज एंड ऑल. तो ऐसे केसेस में जहाँ पे ऑर्गन्स डेवलप नहीं होते या ऑर्गन्स इम्पेयर्ड होते हैं, for these people the opportunistic infections of fungi, they are very common. Okay, The opportunistic infections are candidiasis, thrush, okay, then vulvovaginitis, then cryptococcal meningitis, aspergillosis, mucormycosis, pneumocystic carni pneumonia. So all these are caused by such opportunistic fungi. Classification of antifungals. These are the 10 classes, out of which I will only focus on the important ones, which are especially given in your syllabus, and also they are very important from clinical point of view. The important ones are antifungal antibiotics, which are of two categories: polyene type of antibiotics such as amphotericin. Amphotericin तुम्हाला माहिती आहे म्युकरमायकोसिस मध्ये amphotericin had become very popular because it is extremely costly. 10,000 चं एक छोटं वायल इंजेक्शनचं सिंगल डोस त्याचा सेल होत होता. Okay, so it is belonging to the polyene kind of antifungal antibiotics. Then nystatin, amphotericin B, amphotericin A, these are the examples of polyenes. Then griseofulvin also is another kind of antifungal antibiotic. Second is which is clinically more popular but available more popularly as topical antibiotics. Antifungal antibiotics polyene म्हणजे injectable म्हणजे systemic infection साठी असतं, and azoles and imidazoles, these are basically used as topical applications, okay, on the skin. This is also a very important class, clinically useful. Then the next category, which is somewhat less useful but still prescribed by some doctors, like squalene epoxide, okay, alkyl amine category ही जी third आहे ही एक next important category आहे. Okay, so remember 6, 7 and 8 category, these are the clinically used ones. Okay, although newest antifungals like voriconazole and posaconazole, these are actually azoles, but they are under phase 3 clinical trials, and these are also going to come in the market because they have showed promising results. Then fatty acids, we will take it very briskly or very speedily, because we want to focus more on antibiotics, azoles. Okay. So in 1939 Peck, it's the name of scientist Peck, he observed that sweat म्हणजे आपल्या घामामध्ये अँटीफंगल प्रॉपर्टीज असतात. सो अँड इट क्युअर्ड इन्फेक्शन्स against infections which happen due to trichophyton, microsporon, and also opportunistic infections caused by Candida albicans. So they can be used in the form of zinc and sodium salts. They are available in the form of ointments, lotions, and dusting powder. You have to just apply them to the affected area, except the areas of mucous membrane. म्हणजे जिथे जिथे म्युकस मेम्ब्रेन आहे, ओरल म्युकोस आहे, तुमचा वेजायनामध्ये जो लेअर असतो तो, किंवा तुमच्या नोजमध्ये जो एरिया असतो म्युकसल लेअर, तिथे सोडून वहाँ छोड़ के हर जगह पे ये अप्लाई कर सकते हो आप. Okay, what is the exact mechanism of action? They will precipitate the fungal proteins, they will insert themselves into the bilipid layer. ये astringent effect cause करता है. Okay, they will precipitate the proteins, and they will actually enter into the fungal membrane, and it will physically disturb it, resulting in the increased fluidity of the membrane. मतलब ये fungal cell को lyse करता है, break करता है. Okay, और जो प्रोटीन से वो प्रेसिपिटेट हो जाते हैं और वो एक हार्ड शेल तैयार करता है, जिससे कभी कभी हमको जब वुंड होता है या कधी कधी जखम होते तर त्याच्यावर जे खपली येते, तर इट इज बिहेविंग or it is having the mechanism just like forming a hard shell, okay, over that particular infected area. Examples are sodium caprylate, okay, it's a sodium salt of caprylic acid. Then triacetin, ये जो molecule है, this triacetin, when it is applied in the form of an ointment or lotion, then the esterases, the enzyme esterase which is present on the surface of the skin, it will hydrolyze this triacetin to give 3 molecules of acetic acid. Okay, 1 mole of acetin will give, you can see here, this is 1 mole, this is another, and this is the third mole, CH3COOH. Okay, so hydrogen will be added up to form 3 moles of acetic acid from triacetin, which will actually have the antifungal property. So acetic acid is antifungal in nature. The third example is undecylenic acid, which is also a very good antifungal fatty acid. Then next is pyrimidine derivatives. Pyrimidine, these are effective against infections caused by Cryptococcus neoformans, Candida albicans, Trichophyton glabrata, and many more. Okay, so it's having a very wide application. So what is its mechanism of action? From chemistry point of view, we are going to see the MOA, 5-fluorouracil in vivo. Okay, it is converted. This 5-flu cytosine is an example of pyrimidine derivative. हे काय करतं की it is going to okay, act on, it is going to inhibit the cytosine deaminase, okay, and it will convert itself to form 5-fluorouracil, which is an active metabolite of 5-fluocytosine. So in presence of this enzyme, now cytosine, fortunately or luckily, cytosine deaminase is only present in fungus. It is not present in the human host. That is why the host is unaffected. ओके, आता याचं काय आहे की 5-फ्लोरो, इट इज दिस 5-फ्लोरोयूरैसिल, ये जो है ना आपका जो मेटाबोलाइट है, जो फंगल में कन्वर्ट होता है, ये फंगस में तैयार होता है ये मेटाबोलाइट, क्योंकि फंगस में ही साइटोसिन डीअमाइनेज है. तो 5-फ्लो साइटोसिन व्हेन इट गोज इनटू द फंगल सेल, it is converted into 5-fluorouracil by this enzyme, action of this enzyme, and then it is going to convert itself to 5-fluoro 2-deoxyuridylic acid. हे कन्वर्ट होतं 5-fluorouracil, कन्वर्ट होतं युरिडिलिक ॲसिडमध्ये, which will inhibit the thymidylate synthetase in the fungus and inhibiting the DNA synthesis of the fungus. So the cell, the fungal cell, it dies finally, depriving itself of DNA synthesis, and the host will remain unaffected. Amidines. Amidines are the third category. These are effective against fungi and protozoa both. It is used in treatment of blastomycosis, actinomycosis, cryptococcosis. Nothing much is known about its MOA, biotransformation and excretion. Okay. Then next is, this is a stilbamidine, which is called as an amidine. स्टिल्बामिडीन म्हणजे स्टायरिल बेन्झामिडीन आहे, हे स्टायरिन रिंग आहे. ओके, स्टायरिन रिंगला ग्वॅनिडीनने अटॅच केलं, that is called as styryl benzamidine. It is benzene ring and guanidine, so it is benzamidine. Then next category is organic compound. Example is salicylic acid and resorcinol. So it is having this combination is having keratolytic and antiseptic, but it is less antifungal. So benzoic acid is used because it is having less penetration in skin. It is mixed with the above. So there is a very popular ointment in 1900s which was called as Whitfield's ointment. It is the oldest antifungal preparation which is having the benzoic acid 6% and salicylic acid 6%, म्हणजे equal proportion मध्ये हे mix करतात in the petrolatum base. However, the cure rates are low. Why? Because the benzoic acid has less penetration in the skin. Okay. Then phenols and its derivatives, the hexyl resorcinol and parachlorometaxylenol. These are the examples of phenols which are used. Topically they are used. And after that, one drug it came into existence called as haloprogin. Haloprogin was the first topical agent which was found to be clinically very much effective, and it is administered, still administered as used as 1% cream. However, it is light sensitive, so it is stored in amber colored bottles and it is stored in dark places. Then finally, the third one is cleoquinol. Cleoquinol is used in 3% ointment or cream. It is photosensitive, same as that of haloprogin. Storage conditions are same. Then all these drugs, okay, resorcinol, xylenol, haloprogin, cleoquinol, these are used to treat jock itch and athlete's foot. Okay, these are very popular in sports people. So let us see the structures now. This is the phenol derivative 4-chloro. Okay, 1 2 3 4, one position OH ला जाईल कारण हे फिनॉल आहे. So 1 2 3 4, 4-chloro और 3 और 5 पे डायमिथिल ग्रुप है and it is phenol. Okay, then cleoquinol का structure देखो आप, it is a type of quinoline ring. So it is 1 2 3 4, one position gives should be given to the nitrogen, and 5 6 7 8, so it is 8 hydroxyquinoline और यहाँ पे 5th पोजीशन पे क्लोरो है, so 5 क्लोरो 7 आयोडो 8 hydroxyquinoline. Okay, so this is cleoquinol. Bioform is the common name of it, and this is a structure of haloprogin. Okay, haloprogin का ये चेन देखो आप 1 2 3, ये चेन क्या है, अल्काइन है, तो 3 मेंबर्ड अल्काइन इज कॉल्ड प्रोपाइनिल. ओके, प्रोपाइनाइल, प्रोपाइनाइल के लिए ये दिस इज 1 डैश 2 डैश, ओके, दिस 6, So at 2, 4 and 5 means 2 dash, 4 dash and 5 dash, there are chloro substitution. So 2 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash trichloro, and this is a phenyl group. आणि हा जो ऑक्सिजन आहे म्हणजे हा इथर आहे, तर प्रोपॅनेल इथर आहे हा. पण कोणता प्रोपॅनेल इथर? ज्याचा थर्ड पोझिशन, थर्ड कार्बनला आयोडो ग्रुप अटॅच आहे. सो 3 आयोडो ether. Okay, 2 propionyl ether. Then we will continue this. We will just check out the timing. What is the timing? Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next session.